Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to record my walkthrough for the case from the UK Excel Finals 2025. The name of the case is Malice in Wonderland. Actually, it's a super case built on 7 independent levels that I'm not gonna spoil you, but are based on the adventures of Alice in Wonderland. And it's made by that devil man that you can see here, Harry Gross. What's going on here?
Hello.
Oh, Harry.
I am Harry
Harry.
Gross, and I am here to torment you as you solve Malice in Wonderland.
This is magic, Harry. Okay, how are you, Harry? How are you feeling about this case and the finals?
Well, I was very pleased with this case because at the end of the day, we had to call a load of ambulances and take people to the lunatic asylum, and I think this sort of destruction was really my goal when I produced this case.
Well, that's a very nice one. I remember the spoilers you gave us in preparation to the finals. Actually, didn't manage to catch them. I think this is
I
the
have no
case you
idea what
prefer.
you're talking about. I would never spoil anything. This is I would say this is my favorite case that I've
Yeah.
made. Certainly, it's one of the ones I put most effort into. Tried to make everything quite visual, quite tricky, and just make you feel like you're losing your mind.
Well, I think it works out because from level 1 I was already a bit confused about the time. I'm not the best, to be honest, in managing times, but yeah, I feel something was going on pretty wrong. I think Aiden has had some problems here that he thought you were
I think it's
on
old cue
purpose.
stuff.
Yeah.
My goal was to get in everybody's heads, so I'm glad it worked out.
Okay, shall we go into the solve? So maybe I will try to do my best and you can tell
Criticize
us.
everything
Yeah,
we do.
exactly. So level 1, how many minutes forward will Alice have to adjust the White Rabbit pocket watch to align with the actual time? If the time needs to be adjusted backward, the answer will be a negative number. Okay, so I'm a bit afraid of this with Harry watching me here.
So pretend I'm not here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's try with this. How many minutes? So I'm assuming this is times 24 times 60. Okay, that's good. And this is a negative one, so if this is less than this, minus 1 otherwise 1. I'm not sure, to be honest. Seems good. Let's see Harry's faces.
It might work out. You might not have needed to multiply by -1 if you didn't do the abs.
Yeah,
but,
you're right. I think I did that because during the day I had like errors in doing the one minus the other, so I was a bit afraid this was resulting in errors, also due to my lack of knowledge of dates. But yeah, let's pretend I was okay.
Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so your suggestion is let's skip the minus plus 1 and let's go directly with the difference. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, this was the easy one. So okay, here you're tricking us with the icons with length of 2, if I remember right.
In spite of the case name, this was not malicious.
Okay.
I actually went looking for food and drink ones that didn't have a length of 2 and couldn't find any. So if you're going to direct hatred at me for this question, directed it to Microsoft instead.
Okay. Yeah, because if you do my function, which is splitter, yeah, you can see the split nothing. But after that, I've built split flex, which allows to specify a custom argument for the length. And so we're saying when Alicia drinks wine, she doubles in size. When she drinks milk, her size is divided by 5. Okay, so I'm assuming you can do that regardless of the order of the drinks. Just having some sort of 2 to the power of something.
I think that would be the case if you didn't round up.
Yeah,
but
right.
because of the rounding up, you are actually fixed.
Yeah. You're right.
It does mean there are some numbers that will never happen. There's no combination of wine and milk that will get you to a specific number. So you could do some targeted guessing potentially.
But it's becoming too it started to become too complex. So yeah, the way I did was this. So
So you've got your nice setup all gone here.
Yeah.
I think when I first did this, I did it with a reduce, or
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But I'm not that inclined to use a single cell, so I'm more of a traditional approach here. Oops.
So you've got
Let's
little flags there for which one it is.
Yeah. It starts with the size of 72. Okay, so size before. I like a lot to have the before after. Gives me some structure to.
Very principled financial modeling.
Yeah, really.
It won't win you any.
Which is not my
any
daily
speed
job.
points.
So wine doubles in size and milk divided by 5, rounding up to the nearest whole number. Okay, so it cannot be both of them at the same iteration. So if the wine doubles in size, so this equals 1 is this times 2. Otherwise, this equals 1 is this divided by 5. True is the beginning value. What is going on here? Okay, it's just an ifs. Okay, and round up.
Yes. So you only have to round up in the milk case, of course, because that's where the division is happening.
But I can still round up in both cases, and it will not affect. Right. I'm not sure if the amount of glass. Yeah, it's the length is fixed.
It is fixed. I'm not that mean. Level 2.
But something is going wrong. What is going wrong here? That's very interesting.
I mean, it looks fine to me.
Yeah, looks fine to me as well. But it's not working.
So what answer are you looking for here?
13.
Yeah.
Ah, that's very interesting. So this is divided by 5, right?
Yeah. So the question is, how many drinks does she consume?
Yeah.
When she reaches the size of 1.
When she reaches the size of 1. Okay, so should X match 1, and that's it because I'm rounding down. I don't need the other arguments. Okay, thanks for the hint. Yeah, this is Harry. Having Harry here watching this playing against me. Okay, so I ate the automatic calculation. Do you keep it automatic or?
Yeah, I tend not to change it. I don't like these new like strike throughs they're doing. I find them quite
distilled values. Yeah,
quite confusing.
Yeah, agree. I will skip this for a bit, maybe. Yeah, let's keep this for the end, like the dessert.
In that level, Alice inhales a caterpillar, and I think that kind of sums up the experience people had on the day.
I think no one got this on the day, right?
I think certainly no one on the stream got it on the day. I'm not sure about
Yeah. Okay, let's keep it at the end. Let's go back to our cat here. The quality of each pun is calculated as total letter value. Capital letters are double points. Punctuation and spaces do not score points. Okay.
You're not tempted to read out a couple of the puns just for our viewers?
A bit annoyed at the caterpillar, Alice meets a grinning.
Oh, the pun specifically down here.
This one.
The data.
Okay. A box. You've got to be kidding me. You shall get your clothes. Oh, okay. Probably my English knowledge is not good enough to capture all of them. For real, you're the best. I'm not kidding around. Pause this.
Okay, I just. Okay, that's enough.
Okay. Well, I probably did that without any solver worksheet because I have a lambda to pull the alphabet. I want to transpose. And then I want to transpose alphabet of uppercase. And then I'm just saying sequence 26. Is it like that? Okay. And then I'm just doing this times 2 maybe. Yes. And then I have a lambda to count case sensitive on this string.
A lot of people struggled with this because Excel actually says lowercase a is equal to a. If
Yeah.
you try it with the equals.
Here's the exact function, is it called? I'm not
That's
sure.
right. You can
Okay.
use the exact function to solve it. And the other thing, of course, you could do is you could use the car function, which does
Yeah.
distinguish between them.
Of course. I think it was quite straightforward to me also during the day, so yeah, luckily managed to go through without too many problems. Okay.
Quickly on.
Also, this level I think was sort of challenging for lots of people. I felt quite good about this as well. So we have this beautiful picture here. How do you make this actually?
This is an AI produced image,
Okay.
but I gave it quite specific specification.
Okay.
Sadly, it refused to produce images of Alice in Wonderland, even though the original book
For
is in the
copyright
public
issues?
domain. Yeah, so I had to come up with some alternative view, which worked out quite well.
Yeah, that's very nice. By the way, we're seeing that the Tea Party occurs on the name tab, and the RGB values to use for each cells are provided in the red, green, blue format. Use the provided values as they don't fully align with the true value. Okay. For each of the colors below, find the cell address at the Tea Party that has the smallest absolute difference to the target color, i.e. the absolute value of red difference plus absolute. Okay, so for each color I need to compute the absolute value difference.
Yeah, what is the closest color, basically?
Yeah. So the way I did this, what I think quite straightforward. I flattened the the image, like this, to have all the possible, cells and contents. Then we can build sort of a temporary setup here. So that was 5, of course.
We skipped the caterpillar.
Yeah. Okay, so example 5. Then I want to pull the numbers.
Oh, that's a very fancy way to do text flip.
Okay, took it a while. It's a lot of data. Same thing. Come on. And then just doing absolute value of this minus this lock. Or can I do that? I don't want to do that array based, to be honest. Let's lock the rows only, which is this. Okay, so I should be good to go. Oh. What?
This is relevant to the final riddle.
Okay, but I mean, since it's not here,
yeah,
I can just remove it.
Solution.
Okay,
you can remove it.
Okay,
that would have been very surprising.
Can you imagine? So some. Okay, and then I'm going to smallest we said, right? So 0 into here into the address. Next larger item. Yep. No, something is going wrong here. Why is that?
Yeah, that's one row further.
Yeah. So 386, I guess. Okay. Hopefully matches. Yes, it does.
Hard to tell with the strange font there.
Yeah. And so we can easily data table it and we should be good to go. Where's my example? Okay. Was there a better way to do this?
This is hard to criticize. Another way you could do it is to use the map function and look up the minimum that way. But But
Okay.
it's the same thing, really. You just put it
Okay,
in
so
a
you split
single
out the
column.
values, you do differences, and that's it.
But on the day, there's one other thing you could do, which is you could easily check these by eye just by looking at the color and then
Okay.
checking the color of the answer cell. Because those colors in the question actually are the color that are being looked for.
Okay.
So, like, is that E? I can't tell what that is.
BI111.
Yeah, so BI101 should basically be that color, and that would be a way you could
So
quickly
sort
check
of
them.
here, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not super easy to do that visually.
but you could use F5 to
Ah,
go to
really?
the
Okay,
cell.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, because there is no way in like having sort of a gradient descent approach to minimize them. Doesn't make sense.
Not that
You
I
can
know.
find like local
Unless your
minimums
lambda
which are not
setters.
maximum minimum. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so hard level. King always starts by accusing the Jack of Hearts in the card house of cards. He then points at different cards in turn, moving his finger following given directions until he reaches the end and then accuses whoever he's pointing at. If the king will move up when on the top row, he cycles round to the bottom row instead. Okay, so you wrap around.
Yeah.
Similarly, left to right and vice versa. Who does the king accuse? Okay, here I think my solution was not the best one because I kind of modeled the movement as required by the arrow and then implemented the wraparound logic. I think Chris and Hayden had a better way to do that. They basically copied this grid several times, like to the bottom and to the right. You just need to make sure not to start here because if you go to the left, you're done.
Yeah.
But you need to start somewhere here. Do you think there is an even better way to do this?
No, I think that works quite well. You can just total up each arrow type, use that as a net movement, and do the mod. So I don't think it's that much better, but it is still probably a little bit better.
Okay, okay.
Like you could add up one, -1 for the up arrows, for
Yeah.
example, and you could very easily say, okay, just go X right and Y down.
Okay.
But you could do that actually with the copy the map approach as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, also because I'm very bad with mod, so I will not I will
Well,
not
this is
go
a good
into
one
that.
for if you have a lambda that is one based for mod as well, because you don't have to adjust
Yeah.
the first column
Okay.
to be 0.
Okay. I think if I have some other lambdas to actually tackle this, no, because there is no bouncing here. There is just the wraparound. So no.
Yeah, I was surprised the wraparound hadn't been done before, but I got quite
Yeah.
lucky in that nobody wrote a case on it
Yeah.
in between writing this and releasing it.
Because actually during the day I built the solution for this without proper thinking, and at the end of the story the solution was useless because I was mapping the movement with the cell reference as opposed to keeping track of the row number and column number, because it's then easier to implement the wraparound. So I had to redo that from scratch and lost a bit of time there. Yeah. But
Did you lose 11 points worth of time?
maybe. Who knows? It might well be that the case. So yeah, I would honestly go for the smart solution here without overcomplicating my life. So not sure how many wraparounds we could have, but I think those, let's be
So you've
super.
got 30 arrows in total.
Okay.
So it could never be more than you don't need more than 60 columns, for example.
Let's be. And it says you start with the Jack of Hearts. Okay, let's choose. There are 70, so here should be no, a bit higher in the middle. I want to be triple sure.
Yeah, there's no nice like go to middle of range shortcut in Excel, which would be quite handy.
16. Okay, so let's position ourselves here, and then probably this is a Jack of Hearts.
Yep.
Seems like, yeah, a decent position.
CZ72.
Thank you very much.
You see it in the top
yeah,
left.
Yeah. And we can do this. Well, let me see that. Oh God, what did I do?
You're in DB16 now. I think you went to the right, or you might have hidden some rows. Possibly, no, they're all there.
You said CZ72 because this is the end of range, so probably.
Oh, don't know. Oh, you did you do an undo?
Probably. No, so better not to be in CZ at this point.
Just yeah, copy it one more time. I do. Am I being too hot? I probably should be meaner in this video.
So CZ72. Are those normal arrows? I think I did test them during the day. So I have a lambda which is called Pathfinder. I'm assuming this is not gonna work exactly.
Well, I would say that's looking at it, it looks like a normal arrow. It might not be the arrow that's traditionally used in these sports, but it is a normal arrow.
So transpose, no, unique transpose this. Okay, luckily it's just those movements. So I want up, I want left, I want right, I want down. Let's do single set. Come on. So
channel your inner dim.
Yeah, just to add some extra pressure to me. So this is arrows. Then I want real arrows as X lookup
real arrow
of arrows.
How dare you?
Into this, returning this.
Very disciplined about locking all the cells correctly.
Yeah. Then I wanna do a reduce, starting from CZ72, real arrows, and then lambda AV pathfinder. Oops, what is this get accept path? I probably get that from another workbook from another competitor. So starting from A, V, I think that's it.
Let's give it a go.
Something is going to be wrong for sure. Yeah, in fact.
We should just confirm CZ72 somewhere in the middle, probably.
You think?
I mean, I would.
To left. Let's just take the first one. No. There's something going wrong here.
This is a reason not to use single cells.
Yeah, exactly. Dim, are you watching the video? Yeah, that's what is going wrong here. I'm not having the real arrow.
What is R's? Oh, is you're look? Are you looking up R's in the ones that isn't R's?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna zip it and like work it out because I think you'll be faster without me.
This is splitting correctly.
Like I was thinking, are the arguments of XLOOKUP in the right order?
I think they are. I'm not even having arrows here. I'm having 0.
Oh yeah, your splitter.
Yeah, but this is exactly the same thing. So
let's see what you mean.
This is very weird, isn't it?
I agree. Yeah, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be working. There's a plus at the start, but that shouldn't break
Here?
it. Yeah, that shouldn't break it. I would have thought.
That is very weird.
Well, so it must be something to do with your splitter. You're gonna have to write the splitter out in full, I think.
But the splitter is exactly this, so
maybe put the plus in front of my splitter in here. No.
Is this some dark magic you put
no,
into the...
don't blame me on this one.
I'm very curious about what is going on here.
This is where I would use the evaluate formula tool. In formulas, evaluate formula. And you can evaluate it. Value error, did that say?
Yeah, but then it turns into proper
Okay.
arrows. It's also doing
I
the
mean, it
accent.
looks like it's worked.
I think
The arguments of let have to be right. The brackets have to be right.
I think something is simply wrong with Excel, to be honest, because maybe there is some data table issue.
Welcome to debugging with Lorenzo and Harry. The fact evaluate formula worked
It's very weird.
is very weird. Is the space character after the let? That can't be like changing the variable name, no.
No, I think my Excel just.
Well,
crashed
you
for
want to
some
figure
reason.
this out before the battle against
Yeah, for
Benny,
sure. For sure. Let me
Hmm.
try to reload Excel.
I know this was meant to be a hard level, but it wasn't meant to be this hard.
Yeah, we honestly don't know what is going on here, so I will just get rid of this and go.
They are all length 1, so you should
Yeah,
be alright.
this is level 6, right? Yeah.
Level 6.
So arrows, splitter of this. Yeah, you see it works.
Works beautifully. Just not when
Yeah.
when you want it.
Yeah, arrows. It's actually look up this. Oh god. In here, returning here.
When did that break?
Because it was referencing a range which is not existing anymore. Hopefully those are in the same order. Yes, they are. Okay. And then start. And we said CZ72.
Believe so.
And so Pathfinder, this. I think those are not always the same length. I think.
They are the number of left or rights just affects the length of how it looks on the page.
Okay.
Just because they're longer characters.
Okay. So, yeah, but the ask actually is what card is that? So I need an indirect of COC and the last one. Okay, it matches. Okay.
Gotta love volatile functions.
And here we go.
So what I probably would have done is just counted up the number, as I said earlier, counted up the number of each type of arrow, kind of subtract them from each other and just get an offset instead. And then either you could mod that or look it up on the map.
Yeah, that is, I think, way cleaner, to be honest.
But because you already have that arrow set up,
yeah,
it wasn't that much extra work.
It's just the way my brain works is different, I think. So yeah, I always prefer to lay down every step without thinking of a mathematical approach, so to speak. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that. And here we have the tricky part, because basically you are asking to tell whether with the line of sight starting from a particular cell you're able to see a card. Yes. or nothing, I think. Yes, right, 0. When I first saw that, I said, okay, that might be very complicated. Then I didn't read actually this line. I went into the mates and I started like manually going from a cell to another, and I said, what? Why is it stopping in between the cells? So I was lucky enough to spot that by opening the columns and rows. You had the ones, which are actually making this way easier than expected. So probably very hard. It's not so very. I mean,
yeah,
you can do better in terms of difficulty.
Originally, when I wrote Malice, it was supposed to be a free case to encourage beginners to enjoy the challenge. It turned out to be a bit hard for that, but As you say, you're quite lucky to notice that because I
Yeah,
think some of the other competitors
did not,
did
yeah,
not notice it.
yeah. So with that setup, I mean, to me, it's rather straightforward because the way we'll do that is you give me a starting cell. I will just shoot the line in every direction possible, so up, down, left, right, see if I get any card, and that's it. So
Yes. So if it's so easy, you could have another go at doing it in one cell.
okay, well, why not?
I mean, we do have to eat at some point tonight. But hopefully it'll go well.
Let's
Hopefully it'll
try.
go very
Let's
well.
try. So. Mm, so. Start cell will be this. Then I want to shoot in every direction. Let's say 50 steps is enough. Let's hope so. So, shoot up will
Ooh,
be.
shoot up. That's
Yeah.
that's a new one for me. Oh no, that's the
What was the
variable name.
shot up?
That's sorry. I thought that was a lambda, but it was
Upload.
not.
No, it's not. Wait a second. I first of all need my directions. So arrows. Okay. Da, 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 da. Not sure what I'm doing, to be honest. Okay, so up line of sight is line, start cell. This is my lambda. Oops. Basically, it's a reduce with a constant direction to have all the cells in that direction. Direction will be this. F9 to change it. Yeah.
Yeah.
50 steps, 30 steps. Let's say 30 steps are enough.
I think that's more than enough. Yeah, you'll be alright with that.
So I'm just doing the same thing. Oops. You can see how bad am I at single cell. Down.
I would make it quick by just writing 1, 2, 3, 4 down the column. But I think they're different lengths now, so can't do that anymore.
Yeah. So up will be this. F9. Right will be this. F9. And no. Let's call it.
We don't have to name them the right thing.
Yeah,
it's okay.
So this is left.
It's very principled of you to rename them.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have our arrays of cells. It might be that some of them could contain errors because, for example, if I'm shooting 30 from row 2 up, I'm going to have errors. So for the sake of having everything organized, I will throw an if error here saying this. Not sure why it is not suggesting me. Function means probably that I have something wrong with the formatting.
I think you've not finished the let off, but I think apart from that, everything's okay.
So let's see. Okay, no.
So this is get the addresses out instead of the values.
Yeah, for now it's still addresses. I also gave the wrong name to those ones. Okay, so now it's the real down line of sight. You want to put directly and indirect here. Now let's do another step. So down contents will be indirect of. No, that's too long as a name. So let's call it MP, as DIMS call it.
What happens if you call your indirect on 0?
I will just return error. So we will manage that. So down content will be indirect of MP with down loss. let's try it. Down count. Okay, I think it's not array proof. So map down loss.
It's not an easy one to do in oneself.
X. Okay. I think it's going. Okay, those are the borders actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you kind of want to find the first thing that's not 0.
yeah. So up contents, left contents, right contents. So I need up loss here, left loss here, and the right here. Okay. I don't like this single approach.
Yeah, you're doing lots of like for eaches over like 4 different things, which really adds up.
Yeah. And now I want to find the first thing, which is, I mean, not a 0 and not a 1.
If it's a 1, you do want it, I think, because you want to stop.
Yeah, I want to stop. But what if, okay, because I wanted to take like the length of each contents and search for a length of at least 2. But might be that if I go through a border, I might have a card which is actually closer to me compared to a card which is not separated by a border. So it's yeah, it's a risky approach.
I'm sure there's a nice way to do this with like some sort of concat, then regex, and regex for me something that's not zeros. But you would need to know regex syntax.
Yeah,
and
I
definitely
know
don't.
And I don't know regex at all. So I thought it was regex, regular expression. There was a debate about this on the chat.
It's pronounced regex, I would say, but.
What if I stop? Yeah, we'll need another 4 variables to look for an X match of 1 and then cut the array. Oh, come on. There must be a better way to do this.
Well, I can think of how I did this, but we wouldn't need all this setup. But we could do it from this point, and it would probably not be that much more complicated.
Okay.
So the way I did it originally was with take and filter.
Yeah.
So for each of these cells, I would like, depending on whether it was left, right, up, down, you'd take like -1 off the column or the row.
Okay.
And then you would filter out anything that's not a 1 or a card, basically. And so that gives you the card or wall in each direction.
Okay.
And I stacked it like this. So I did have like 4 variables in the let, but that was kind of it.
But what if you find a card in 2 directions and one of the card is after border?
Well, let me direct you to the well, on the border, because we're only taking the first one or the last one. So if we hit a border first, that's fine. But if you see multiple cards, the instructions say you will never meet multiple cards.
Okay. Yeah. I still feel this is bigger than me to do that. I mean, I can do that in single formula, but
you
I'm
did this one on the day, didn't you?
Yeah. I think I was already done by a lot of time. So, because what I will do is to X match 1, then take, and then look for the non-zero. Right?
That makes sense.
But it means another 4 variables, then another probably 4 variables.
Should we give up on the single cell and just split it out?
No, come on. Let's go until the end. So, first, I want to give up actually. Oh, come on. We made it so far.
I like the idea of this being your first 4-hour
Sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, no, apologize to everyone. I want to go the full model here. It's just too overwhelming for me. So, level 7.
But you'll no longer represent the feeling of persistence to our audience.
Yeah, that's true. I will maybe go back at it offline after the solve and do that in single cell. So yeah, I have to do this again. So we have the arrows.
Much easier this way.
Yeah, literally. So 30 steps, you said there should be enough.
Yeah, I think there's 81 in total, but 30 should hit a wall, really.
Okay. So I can also do indirect. Golden B with the cell. And then going to do, okay. Okay. Oh, I should find a border before any error in theory, because there are borders on the edge of the map. Yes,
that's right.
So I could potentially not handle those. X match 1 here. Stop. Then take this -1. Okay, that's beautiful. And then I can do, what if I do a V stack and filter out the zeros?
You might hit multiple cards before the wall, though, which is something to watch out for.
You sure?
I'm not certain, but there might be multiple cards.
Should not be seen by multiple cards or stored on the same side as a card in this chapter.
But if there's a card behind another card, I'm not sure if that comes up or not. I think it wouldn't.
I think it's not going to happen.
But I suppose I am nice enough.
She will not be seen by multiple cards. So just one card will see her in one given direction.
I think you must be right. Yeah.
Okay, let's hope so. So I cannot concat and substitute 0, otherwise I will be in trouble with the 10.
That's a good point.
So we'll just V-stack everything and that's it.
Yeah, I know Dim often does 2 coal and then ignore the blanks as well to sort of do this V-stack thing.
That's a very good idea. It's 3, right?
Yeah.
And then filter out this where this is not 0. Here we go. Yeah, come on.
So that was a bit easier than the single cell version.
Yeah, totally.
You notice here there's lots and lots of questions. This is because otherwise it would be quite
easy
to do
manually. And I should throw an inferior here with 0, right?
And you can see the manual approach, if you did go and fill them all in, would take longer than this one, but less time than the single cell.
Yeah. And then we have the beautiful thing.
Yes.
That would have reduced my gap to 10 points. Yeah. And no, we still need to do. Wait. 841. There's errors somewhere.
No, I think because
it's the pin.
Yeah,
it's the pin. We still need to do level 3. Okay, level 3.
What's a nice easy level?
Kind of a edge. So filling the answers in a way where all the games have a valid answer. Yeah, thank you, Eric.
This is very simple instructions.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says. They want simple instructions. I don't know how much more simple I could make this.
My dear Alice, the caterpillar is cruel. You might want to start at the end. If it does not ease your burden, skip this, and that's it.
We can't skip it anymore.
Because you are saying that not the answer to any other game in this chapter, so this needs to be unique. And here you're saying the same answer as one other game in this chapter. So the thing that clicked with me is that for this to be true, it must be within those 4. Otherwise, we are violating this rule.
Yes, it has to match one of the ones in the same kind of set.
So first of all, let's split the numbers nicely so we can see them properly. And this includes the example, right?
It does include it's a very rare question that includes the example.
Okay. So I must look for duplicates here. And I think it's going to be 11 and 13. Yeah, it must be those because there are no other options, I think. Yeah. So but we have the feedback. Let's remove it for a moment. Otherwise it's too easy. So we'll say 11 and 11, and I will say 13 and 13. So now, oh god. Okay. So 11, 13 are gone. So here we have an easy 19, right? This other row is gone. So we have a 17. Because I'm not explaining my full thought process, but thinking process, but since 13 is already gone and this is saying we cannot reuse it, and same for 19, I'm assuming this is the correct answer. And so I'm basically backfilling level by level.
Yes.
So this will be 8. This will be 15. This will be 5.
I think it's worth putting just flags on there to say which ones only have like one option left.
Yeah, could be. I have formula based, you mean?
I mean, most of them will probably be doable now, to be honest.
Yeah. Or 2, 6. Oh my god.
Lots of looking left and right here.
12, 3. Imagine doing this live. I mean,
you kind of did a version of this live where you were just like trying them.
Yeah, I was run betweening quite a bit here. So 20.
One thing people did on the day is they looked at this and they kind of iterated their answer a little bit based on which ones were repeated or not, and tried to
see.
get closer that way. Well done, well done.
I made the caterpillar.
Hayden had a very nice way to do that one in his soul.
I need to see his video.
I won't spoil it for you then, but just so our viewers know.
How would you do that?
He did it. He did seed the first couple, but then he turned on iterative calculation and wrote a really simple formula that just filled in all the rest immediately.
And was that your idea when writing this level?
I knew you could do something with iterative calculation. He made it look very pretty though.
Very nice. Bonuses. What's this? The sum of red RGB elements. I think this is quite easy provided the setup we have. I'm not sure what is the red. Okay, red, green, blue. So it's the first one.
It's the first one.
So should be this.
The other cheat option for the caterpillar, now that I think about it, was the solver. Using solver in Excel as well, which also could have got you there.
For the caterpillar. Okay.
Yeah. Some of red's nice and easy.
Bonus 2. Let's skip it for a moment. Please don't crash your PC. Made me on the day.
We're not.
You can see me laughing in the live stream when I was reading this. If Alice drinks 100 glasses of wine in a row, starting from the size of 72, how many glasses of milk will she then have to drink to reach the size of 1.0 or less? Assume Alice's size is not rounded for this riddle only. Okay, I did this by with a model, actually. Probably you can do that with a formula, I'm quite sure. 100 glasses of wine.
It's not enough glasses of wine for Alice, clearly. She's very drunk by the end of it.
So wine 100, and then I wanna have a lot of milk. Let's say, I don't know, 500. Let's hope those are enough.
I think drinking 100 glasses of milk is even worse than drinking 100 glasses of wine.
So this is doing times 2. Am I correct?
Yeah, wine is times 2. That's right.
Okay. So. Okay. And then is this divide? No, sorry, is this and What? This divided by 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so divided by 5,
Yep.
and I need to how many glasses of milk? So I need to start counting from here, otherwise this almost got me on the day. 1.0 less, right?
Yeah.
Here, match mode, next smaller item, 46. Fingers crossed.
See if that says it works.
And it's not working.
I have to be.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
It was. There was a bit of delay. Okay. The king is corrupt, assuming he always starts on Jack of Hearts and always moves 30 uniformly random direction before accusing someone. Which hard card is least likely to be picked? Okay, 30 you said.
30, that's right.
Okay.
30 random arrows.
Okay, so steps, sequence 30. I can do. Oh no, okay. I did probably something like this, hoping that a run between is a uniform distribution, 1 to 4. And then X, I can also do an index. I don't need an X lookup, honestly. On this of the run between value. Why?
There's only one argument in that index.
Lock, comma. Come on. Okay. So in theory, this should be my uniform distribution.
Yep.
And I have a start. Tuck. Okay. And now we just need to fire 5,000, 10,000?
Yeah, 5,000 should be enough, I think.
Okay, let's save my work before doing that. Let's save my work and 10,000, you said, okay. Sequence.
5,000 should be enough.
Let's go for 10,000, I mean. Yeah.
I don't know if I do 10,000 with the data team. we'll see how it goes.
Let's change this. Will not have any effect.
Now we wait.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you said there is a smarter way to do this, right?
There is a better way. This is a reasonably good way. If it doesn't return just zeros. But if you think about it, if the movements are random, then the distribution should kind of be symmetric about where you start. And the ones kind of near where you start should be more likely, right? Because that's where you're setting off from. So on average, stuff will like cancel out. So you could think about it as which heart is like just furthest away on the map.
Okay.
But it's not that simple.
Yeah.
Because the parity has to match. So you're doing 30 movements. So the number of up and down arrows, if it's even, means the number of left and right arrows also has to be even. Okay. And the same for odd and odd. Okay. So actually, in terms of what's near, you should only be counting stuff that's on diagonals, right? Because that's where the rows and the columns have the same parity. So you want the closest thing, the furthest thing, when you only use diagonal moves. Okay. And God. And because of the wraparound, you do get round to everything because that wraps with an odd number. And so the answer, therefore, is actually the one right next to the start because that's the furthest one that meets the parity rule. So you have to diagonal all the way 13 steps around to get to it.
Yeah, I think I kinda get the idea of what you're saying, but please provide us with problems that can be solved with models, not just with the mathematical approach. But yeah, that seems like a very clever way to do that. Hard card is least likely to be picked, so I just build the frequency table. And what is this actually? Is this
Yes,
on hard card? So 7 of hearts.
Seven of Hearts. It's right next to where you
Yeah.
start.
Let's see. And it's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's way. Okay, with the wraparound. Wow. And now I think I never solved either bonus 5. I'm not sure. It does not test the last 4 games as a fixed answer of 9. How many distinct valid sets of answers are there to chapter 3? If a single game answer is different between 2 valid sets of answers, they count as distinct. Okay, I'm super bad at this kind of questions.
Should we come back to it and do riddle 2, which surely must be easier,
Yeah.
but 40 points first.
Is invisible in some formats, but is visible in the if the provided RGB values were applied as colors. In which cell is the Cheshire Cat's nose? I think you mentioned that. Let's create a copy first of all.
It is a big sheet.
I should have deleted my data table with the 10,000 simulation probably.
Yeah, these sorts of images, they do take up like a meg, but it looks like it got there.
Yeah, let me remove this because it's going to crash everything. Okay. So you probably mentioned that if I keep just one of the colors and then apply like a conditional formatting, this is gonna work.
Yeah, why don't you give that a go?
So I can do minus minus text before this. This I mean up left.
Yep.
The limiter is that the semicolon?
It's the semicolon, indeed.
Okay. Completely crashed.
Yeah, it's a dynamic array, but is it doing all the data tables again? There are other data tables.
Be doing that.
Where did all the colors go? Oh wait, is it just it's the color of the top left everywhere, isn't it?
I think so, but it's completely stuck. You said please don't crash your PC, so
I did specify that in the instructions.
yeah, I just crashed my PC. I think it's gone.
Oh no, is it back?
Okay,
It's alive.
okay. So and now conditional formatting.
Yep.
Uh,
Did you go here often?
no, not at all.
And just any of these color scales should do it.
Wow. So what's the ask actually? In which cell is the cat's nose? Come on. Is this one?
That's the cat's nose, indeed.
Oh, 90? Wow.
90.
How did you build this?
What do you mean? I typed 255 255 255 over all the cells in the cat.
Jeez. This is mind blowing, I mean. Because you can still see the pattern plus the cat on top of it.
Yeah, I should have integrated the cat better and made it actually part of the picture, but it is just like full white on top if you read the whole thing.
And I will give up on bonus 5. You will tell me how this is done because
you do have to keep track of all of the games as you go. So you basically have a list of all of the sets of all of your options so far, and you just have to like cull and filter it earlier as you go.
Okay.
And it remains manageable. Just because you do start getting through those duplicates quite quickly.
Okay. Yeah, since I never done that, I will try to do that with all the relax I can.
Dim does it in his video as well.
Okay, so I have a benchmark if needed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a super case, to be honest. I like a lot the cases which include different levels as opposed to a single storyline. I mean, I also like the single storyline, but This gives, I think, everyone the opportunity to test a bit on different skills.
Yeah.
So well done, really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, just read out
Do
the
you have
Mad
other riddles from Alice we could expect in the future?
Well, there is one
It's a
in
long
the,
book, so
there is one in the dynamic case. I am
Okay.
tempted to make a sequel case this one day, but no promises. And there is one extra riddle in here that you've not looked at.
Oh, you're true. That's true.
Although
Which is this one?
I wouldn't put you on a timer for this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this a long one? A difficult one?
Hayden did sleep on it to figure it out.
Okay.
So it's not one we could do in 30 seconds.
Okay. And also we are 1 hour in recording time, so
I think
conscious of
that's pretty normal
Yeah.
when you and I are both on the same, same video.
conscious of I mean the time people will spend on this video. We could probably do another one on the riddle, maybe on a future live stream or lounge or whatever. It could have been also a lounge, but yeah, it will be a normal recording.
Well, I'll let you mull over that riddle if you're inside, and that riddle 5, bonus 5 as well.
Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Harry, what can I say? It was a super case and was a pleasure to do that with your supervision
I
and
think you
your
might be
aura.
saying that because you won globally on this case.
Yeah,
by
might
some
be,
margin.
might be.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm
Yeah.
glad the UK finals went well. And
It was really nice, and keep creating those great cases. I think I can say that on behalf of the entire community. So yeah.
Well, that's half of them tell me not to create your cases.
No, I'm on the other half definitely. So keep creating great cases. Cool, guys. Thanks a lot for watching this very long video. Hope you enjoyed this format with the surprise guest, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.